Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about. Wait a minute. Give us money! Anyhow, moving straight into it today. Today we're going to, of course, be riding off the coattails of all those free clicky views. That's right, clickbait. Give us money. We, of course, are going to be talking about the Series X controller, man, and with having gotten the Series X controller, what you got to kind of do to jump into that next generation to get along the lines of where it probably should be, but it is what it is, man. We actually are fine buying into the system for how it is. We can go from there. But we, of course, are talking about the, what the hell is this? Rechargeable battery, USB-C cable and battery pack thing, man, that you have to kind of foot out the extra fundage for if you want to not keep going through a bunch of AA batteries and such, because for some reason, obviously, they don't have an internal rechargeable battery on their controllers, and man, this is argued here and there, the benefits, the not benefits and such. There's people on both sides of the aisle. We used to super hate the fact that the controllers did not come with an internal battery supply and such, and that's back to the original, Xbox One and such, and I mean, hell, we never had a 360, but I'm pretty sure, I think maybe those did too, man. I don't know, don't quote us, who cares? But, these controllers, obviously, you need the AA's. It comes with one set, which gets you about, man, if you burn through it, man, like no more than 2 days of good gameplay and such. But, you got to keep rocking those out. But, if you are a little more open-minded, and after having kind of lived through having to do this and such, man, we've seen the arguments that are pro for having batteries and things like that are external and easily interchangeable, because as the life cycle of a battery dies down, it's not going to hold that charge as well, as long, you know how phones work, things like that nature, which word on the street is there was some litigation against Apple. We don't know, but that's a word on the street, and I think they may or may not have slowed down some devices. But, that's neither here nor there. I don't know. We don't do research. That's your job. You're going to do it anyway. But, the battery life as it dwindles down and such obviously is less enjoyable, less usable, and more, frustrating for a device. Now, we never had any real issues with, kind of worsening of battery life on any of the PlayStation controllers we ever had. So it really was not an issue. We have had issues with batteries on phones and things of that nature. It kind of varies probably depending on device and, as well as the statistical probabilities that a controller will be faulty compared to another one. We've never had issues with the PlayStation ones, and we're sure if Microsoft did put an internal supply for power into their controllers, it would work just fine, man, probably do the trick and such. What we aren't opposed to, though, is having the option to switch out batteries if that were to become a problem or issue in the longevity of a controller. And so, you can split hairs and, be like, well, you haven't had any issues in your PlayStation ones. Obviously, that's just another kind of thing Microsoft's charging you money for. And man, that is a valid point and argument and very, very plausible. So I guess as a consumer, it comes down to, are we willing to purchase something like this so that we can have a rechargeable battery source in our controller so that we're not kicking through all the AA's and things of, that nature, because, you're going to eat through some change, man. And by change, we mean dollars. And by dollars, we mean give us money. Yep. You're gonna go through some costs and such associated and affiliated with that. And so as a consumer, we are okay making a purchase like this. And, if it were to come down to it longevity wise, if this thing does crap out, as it being a battery and things of that nature, man, my controller's still gonna be good. I am gonna have to fork out the cash for another rechargeable battery supply and or revert back to, AA's and things like that nature. But the thing is, that's an option. If that happens on one of my PlayStation, 4 controllers and such, well, I'm kind of shit out of luck. I can probably play with it still plugged in with like a cord and stuff like that. But what is this, 1994? We don't want to play with cords. So this comes with a cord, and Anyhow, you know, it kind of is what it is or whatever. But these things, we do stand by. It is a good product. They are moderately priced. It is an additional cost, man, for being in the ecosystem and things of that nature if you go this route. But that is a cost that, you know, argumentatively, we can see the pros and cons and such, you know, with it. But we do buy into it, and it is a great product that at least is available on the market to at least garner that kind of internal battery supply ease with devices and things of that nature. So get it, don't get it, we don't care. We just want your money. So if you don't get it, maybe just give us money. Makes sense? If you do get it, give us money so that we have more money. Rechargeable battery USB-C cable for the Xbox controllers. What can be said about you? Well, all in all, for the product itself, man, I mean, hell yeah, you get an A, man. It's a good little product. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that thing. Now, this isn't a review and a grade on the fact that obviously the Microsoft controllers and, well, Xbox controllers, you know, don't have an internal battery supply source. That's entirely different, man. We're reviewing the battery pack. Battery pack works, man. It charges up. It holds a lengthy charge, at least enough to where it's not any more noticeable or less noticeable over any controllers that we've used that hold charges. So get it, don't get it, we don't care. Do whatever, we don't care. Have a good one. You probably didn't. We will catch you next time. Probably won't.